Hi, I'm with Brian Barnes from Brandon Source for Sports, and we're going to talk a little bit about goalie helmets today and what you, the consumer, are looking for in terms of when you're coming in to purchase a new helmet. Everything from how to properly to fit it, and most importantly, how to make sure that we've got a proper, safe helmet for the goaltenders to wear. So I guess first things first, if I'm coming in and I want to buy a helmet off you guys at Source for Sports, what am I looking for?
Well, the first thing I would suggest to the consumer when you come in, make sure you come in with an open mind and you're not brand committed when you walk through the door.
Right.
And safety is a key with a goal mask. You're standing there taking these 100-mile-an-hour shots with the new composite sticks. You got to be safe. Fit is a key. All brands fit a little differently, so we have to make sure that we find the right fit for your head or face, that type of thing. So
perfect. And one thing I notice, I'm not a big goalie guy myself, but there tends to be a lot of different masks on the different helmets. Is there something you should be looking for as the goalie when you're picking out a different helmet in terms of just the mask?
The cage itself on the mask, there's CSA standards that have to be followed in minor hockey rules where you have to wear a certain style of cage.
Okay.
There are some non-CSA cages for the adult rec player and that type of goaltender, NHL, like pro level, that can wear a different style of mask. But if you're playing minor hockey, you have standards you have to follow, and that's a closed-in eye hole is the main difference there.
Perfect. And I guess when we flip the helmet around, we got lots of straps going on in the back. What are we looking for back here in terms of how to properly adjust and fit all the straps in the back end of the helmet here?
Well, you know what? Really, it's very simple when we go to fit a goalie mask. The first thing that I'm going to do when I go to fit the mask on, the boy or girl's head is I'm going to hopefully open the mask up, wide open at the back.
Okay.
Like so.
Yep.
So that we got this back plate wide open.
Okay.
Okay. And if I'm going to put the mask on, I want to put my chin first.
Okay.
So I'm going to go chin and then over the top back like so.
Perfect.
Okay.
And we want to make sure once you get it in there, everything's a nice snug fit.
Yeah, and the first thing we're doing is we're setting your chin inside the chin cup in the mask.
Okay.
Okay. Then we bring the back plate over the back and start strapping it up. Now there's many adjustments, as you can see here, to move the back plate in and out. You want to have a nice sort of uniform fit on the back plate once on the back of your head. We don't want it
sticking way out.
Sticking way out, that type of thing. That's too small, that type of idea.
Right.
So at the front of the mask, once I have the mask on your head, so now I'm looking at an area here.
Okay.
And what we want above your eyebrow is sort of the rule is no more than an inch showing above your eyebrow. And that sort of tells me that, depth-wise, now that mask is right. And in that half inch to an inch above your eyebrow should put you now looking
right in a good sight line.
Straight through, sight lines through here.
Perfect.
The next thing I look at, your cheeks and that type of thing, it's a visual thing. You look in there, and if you see the little boy or girl or adult, whatever it is, and their cheeks are like a chipmunk, then that's a little tight. But it's important that there's not a lot of dead space there as well.
Right. Okay. And then I guess I'm sure like every other piece of equipment today, we've got our lower end helmets and we've got our higher end helmets. Is there a big difference in them in terms of either safety or material, or again, does it just maybe come down to some added features such as weight or added straps, that type of thing?
There would be some different discussion on the safety issue as far as quality of helmets.
Okay.
All the helmets have to pass the CSA standards for us to be able to sell that mask to that community.
Right.
So it has to be CSA approved.
Okay.
So once it's CSA approved, there's certainly a safety rating that comes with that. Different materials provide different options. Like performance-wise, the full composite masks are lighter. Maybe more durable or has some more strength to it, but the carbon fiber masks and the lower price point masks also still have to pass that standard.
Right.
So as you move up in level of play and age, that is the distinction of whether you're going to spend $160 on a mask, to upwards of $400 on a mask, maybe on the level of competition you're playing against.
Excellent. Once again, I'm with Brian Barnes from Brandon Source for Sports, and that was just a little bit of info on what you're looking for when you're looking to buy a goalie helmet and all the different safety features that go along with it.